Okay, it's Larry. This is a very off-the-cuff video. Haven't prepared anything, haven't thought about this. I just had an amazing conversation with my 15-year-old daughter that I think is going to be really relevant and helpful to the people watching this. So just want to shoot from the hip, see where it goes. Sarah, my 15-year-old, I just picked her up from the bus stop. She goes to a performing arts high school in Hartford, about 18 miles away. An amazing singer. She's a musical theater major. And we were listening, or at least I was. She was just kind of hanging out. But I was listening to a Broadway musical on the CD on the way home. Kind of an obscure one called Tick, Tick, Boom by Jonathan Larson, the same guy who did Rent. And there's a female singer who was doing a song by herself. I love this song. And I love the message in it. I don't love the woman's voice, but I love the song. I'm not a trained singer. I'm just a guy who listens to music and enjoys. I like what I like. Sarah listens to this stuff, and she can tell the difference between a quality voice and a not-so-quality voice. And she listened to it, and she went, ugh. She got all weirded out by it. And I said, what's wrong? She said she can tell that the woman's voice wasn't healthy. She was singing in a way that's not healthy, and in a few years, her voice is going to break down. And the minute she said that, I started getting sympathy pains right here in my larynx, in my voice box. I knew what she was talking about because I could hear it. And like I said, I'm not a trained singer by any means, but when she started explaining, even before she started explaining, when she started saying how this woman's voice wasn't healthy, and then she went into a little bit more detail, how sound is supposed to come from here down, and she said her voice was coming from here, the jaw. And the minute she said that, I started getting sympathy pains in my jaw. And I get some of the same stuff. I'd been coaching and training and developing people for years. And when I see somebody doing something that I know is not in their best interest, when I see them interact with the world in a way that's lack-based, that when they make decisions that might give them a little bit of comfort right now, but I know is not good for them long term, I get this sympathy pain. It's different parts of my body depending on where they are acting. Sometimes I get a little twinge in my back. And I don't keep it because I don't own anyone's pain. I operate from, my own health. But a lot of us have that empathy where we know that when somebody's doing something that's not right for them, we feel it. And I got a great example of Sarah doing that. So I guess what I'm saying to you is two things. Number one, if you are not in a place of congruence, look up that word if you don't know it, of authenticity, of acting in a way that is equal to, that reflects the things that you want and the things that are important to you, it's going to show up somewhere. It's often going to show up in a physical way, a manifestation. And if you look around, and here's the thing, because we can all use this in our own lives, but if you are evaluating what's right for you, if you're listening to somebody, and you're choosing whether or not to follow that person, if you're choosing whether or not to buy that thing, to join that program, whatever the thing is, settle in and get a real sense of what your body is telling you. It's not that hard to do, especially if you're being mentored, or if you're being trained, even if you're just spending time around somebody who's doing that already. My little girl, not so little anymore, but my girl gave me a great example of that. Take that out for a spin. See what happens.